I remember the first time I truly laughed after Matt died. I was horrified. How could I forget him even for an instant? How could I find anything funny? It felt like a betrayal, not so much of Matt, but of myself. The whole idea of getting better or even integrating your loss can feel offensive, especially in early grief. Getting better might mean that the person you lost or the life you no longer get to live isn't as important anymore. For many people, their grief is their most vital connection to that which is lost. If happiness returns to your life, what does that mean about what was lost? Was it not really all that important or special if you can simply move forward with your life? In my own early grief, I wasn't worried that I'd always be in so much pain. I was worried that I one day wouldn't be. How could life possibly go on? And how could I live with myself if it did? What I can tell you, several years down the road from my own loss, is that things get different. They don't get better. In some ways, I miss those early days. I miss being able to reach back and touch our life. I miss finding his smell in the closet, being able to look in the refrigerator and see things he'd bought. Our life was so close to me then. And in that ripped open state of early grief, love felt so close to me. It didn't fix anything, but it was there. It was present. There was no mistaking the power of that time, dark and painful as it was. I don't miss the dry heaves, the nightmares, the distressing family politics, or the torn open sense that there was nowhere left for me in the world. I look back at that earlier self, that earlier me, and honestly, the pain I see there is incredibly hard to witness. While there are parts of those early days I almost even long for, that visceral pain is not something I miss. That pain and my love for Matt were and are connected, but they aren't the same thing. It's true that the pain you feel now is intimately connected to love, and the pain will eventually recede, and love will stay right there. It will deepen and change as all relationships do, not in the ways you wanted, not in the ways you deserved, but in the way love does, of its own accord. Your connection to that which you've lost will not fade. That's not our definition of better. As you move forward in this life, your grief, and more important, your love, will come with you. Recovery and grief is a process of moving with what was, what might have been, and what still remains. None of this is easy. Grief, like love, has its own timeline and its own growth curve. As with all natural processes, we don't have complete control over it. What is in your control, what is under your power, is how you care for yourself, what qualities of love and presence you bring to yourself, and how you live this life that has been asked of you.